The Yanomami live deep in this pristine forest, an area the size of Portugal. Their people are hunter-gatherers, among the most isolated tribes in South America. But their land is becoming coveted and their lives disrupted. Malnourished and dehydrated, this health centre's become a field hospital on the front line of illegal mining. There are new cases every day, old and young. Nobody escapes this scourge. Outside, a makeshift ward is full of patients with malaria, yet another disease brought in by outsiders and making the Yanomami sick. Before the illegal miners came, we were healthy, Malarina tells me. They come so close to our community, the diseases don't stop. The machines work constantly, the smoke from them causing diarrhea and illness. Her 2-month-old grandson has pneumonia. He doesn't have a name. Yanomami parents wait a few years to name them out of fear they may die. It's a very real anxiety. 5 minutes walk from the health centre, a polluted creek doesn't stop these boys from playing. The mercury used to extract gold in the mine upstream has poisoned these once crystal clear waters. Fishing and drinking here is now impossible. And this is the mine that's causing their pain. Production in full swing, it's scarred the landscape and its people.
There are as many as 20,000 illegal miners working in the region. We've just passed one of the worst affected areas in the Yanomami territory. We couldn't land. The pilot said many of the miners are armed and he was worried they'd shoot at the plane.
This way of life for nearly 30,000 Yanomami hangs in the balance, and the current government seems unwilling to stop the perpetrators.
If Bolsonaro wins again, he'll kill us all. We are surrounded by big politicians who don't want to know us or respect us. Nowadays, we are worried about people in the city. They don't want to stop. They just want to rob our lands.
But it's not a simple solution. I was talking to miners who say that without the help of Yanomami, they wouldn't be able to illegally mine, that they are also involved.
A minority of young Yanomami are involved. They think illegal mining helps, but it doesn't help. It just kills people.
It's up and down these fast-flowing rivers that the miners travel. Maria's bags are packed in this jerry can for when she gets the call for her next job.
Socorro, socorro.
But she's scared to take to the waters again after her canoe capsized a few months back. Maria works as a cook in the mines. She doesn't want us to identify her. She's afraid, but she has debts to pay. With the money she's earned, she's built a better house. But Maria's worried for her kids and the lack of other opportunities open to them.
I would prefer us to go without than have my children do this, because it's illegal. You run the risk of being arrested. But we all go. My son doesn't have work, he has a family. He also wants things for himself, and he sees opportunities.
In such a remote region with huge resources, mining's lucrative, and Bolsonaro wants it legalised. But Lula says if he becomes president, that'll never happen. He's promised to end illegal deforestation too. So here, unsurprisingly, the Bolsonaro merchandise sells far better than that of his rival. Bolsonaro has 24-year-old Danilo's vote. Talk of legalising mining has made it easier for him to sell guns to miners to protect themselves. It's the money that drives him.
I don't know what tomorrow will bring. I just want to live for today. Life is short.
Do you worry about the impact that you're having?
When the excavators start work, they create a massive hole. And you can't fill it in. You just can't. There's so much material taken out of the ground.
There's no doubt competing forces in the Amazon are changing the Yanomami community. While protecting the rainforest is important, for those living here, getting by is what matters. As long as inequality exists, so too will the challenge of protecting the Amazon. Katie Watson, BBC News in Roraima.